Welcome to the Supercar Challenge powered by Hankook. In this episode we take a look at the season opener at the circuit of Zandvoort, featuring the highlights of both 1 hour races. It was a great opening round with 40 entries divided into 3 classes: GT, Supersport 1 and Sport. Reigning Super GT champions are Greek Costa Canaroglu and Spaniard Oliver Campos Hull. They claim the title in the Mosler MT900R run by E2P Racing. Costa returns to Supersport 1 with a Ginetta G50 GT4, again run by E2P Racing this season. It's not a new car to him. He won the Spanish GT and VDV titles with it, but if the car's not new, the circuit certainly is.
It's scary. Zandvoort is scary. It's great. Well, I don't know. We're going to see. It's very, very competitive. It's, I think, a tenth of a second difference between all of us, apart from the first one, which is miles ahead. So I don't know. It's going to be fun. It's I used to race this car 5 years ago, so I'm getting used to it. Everything is manual, you know. So it's I don't know. It's something different this year.
In Supersport 1, Erik van der Munkhoff held the lead up to the compulsory mid-race pit stops, but the stop didn't go well for the BMW. They lost the lead. They would recover from their mistake to retake it, but near the end dropped out with engine problems. So the first race win of the season went to Costa Canaroglu on his debut in Supersport 1, completely against his own expectations, outpacing his BMW and Seat rivals.
They just told me go and I went. A bit like Forrest Gump, I guess. I don't know. It was great. The car was fantastic. The tires didn't degrade so much, so I was able to keep the rhythm until the end. And I don't know. I guess everything went well, you know, didn't do any mistakes. So the results just came by itself.
Time for a look at Sunday's race 2. But missing from the grid, Supersport winner from race 1, Costa Canaroglu, working hard to get the Ginetta ready. The E2P Racing team, the wheel nut sheared. They had to replace the complete suspension on the left rear, but they do manage to get the car ready in time to make the race, and he will be on the grid. It's cold and blustery, 18 degrees of track temperature. 2 warm-up laps to try and get some heat into the brakes and the tyres. On board with Erik van der Munkhoff, Supersport 1 pole sitter. Looking behind him at the Porsche and the BMW. Alongside 127, the Rainbow Marcus Mantis of Koreuser, who's 5th place. Porsche 2nd row, BMW Silhouette front row. The BMW's got the lead at the start of the first race. Lights out, they charge down to Tarzan for the first time. Porsche's 3rd and 4th. Look at the Marcos making a move. Down the inside in Supersport 1, Benjamin van der Berg brushes by Marcel van der Maat. He's inside the red, white and black car of Erik van der Munkhoff as well, but van der Munkhoff with the drive on the exit of Tarzan. And there is Van den Berg. There's the Seat in 3rd place, that's Danny Kroes. BMW's Mark van der Aar ahead of Bas Schouten, 3rd place Roger Graals, 4th Koreuser. Down the inside comes the Seat from 4th on the grid to 2nd. Danny Kroes being very aggressive, gets by Van den Berg for 2nd in Supersport 1 as the BMW's jockey for the lead. Roger Graals in 3rd place, Brother Edward up to 4th ahead of Koreuser. Battle for 3rd in Supersport 1. Orange car Marcel van der Maat, Benjamin van der Berg in the 1 Series, the white car. Looking down the inside of Skyflat contact. Van der Maat off in the gravel on board with him. Can he keep the momentum up? Yes, it looks like it, but look at all the cars that have streamed by. He's going to rejoin about last. Leaders, dark car Mark van der Aar, white car Bas Schouten, then Roger Graals, then his brother Edward ahead of the Rainbow Marcos of Koreuser. 7th is our Supersport 1 class leader Erik van der Munkhoff. And here is the view of Danny Kroes from Erik van der Munkhoff, the Supersport 1 leader in the BMW Z4 GT3 that he shares with Henry Zumbrich. Kroes, by the way, sharing with Priscilla Spellman in their Seat Leon. Benjamin van der Berg in 3rd place behind, ahead of Dennis de Boers, the reigning champion, and Martin Heisman. But Danny Kroes not content to sit behind Erik van der Munkhoff. The Seat, better grip there. Through he goes for the lead onto the front straight. Further back, the yellow nose of Costa Canaroglu's Ginetta. Now in front of him, he's got a BMW of Dan Meyer. The former Porsche racer started from the back of the grid in that replacement car. He's not raced it before. And look what goes wrong here. Gets a little bit too much oversteer, clatters into the Porsche Cayman of Pierre-Etienne Bourdais. And luckily for Costa Canaroglu, exits stage left. Dennis Hooverling, the yellow car, attacking Martin Heisman for 5th in Supersport 1. But safety car scramble because of Dan Meyer's BMW crash. Leader Mark van der Aar pulling away from Bas Schouten, then Roger Graals and Cor Oyser. Edward Graals, Marcel van Berlo, Danny Kroos together. He leads Supersport 1. There is Bob Herbert, and then Eric van der Munkhoff under pressure from the Seat Leon of Dennis de Borst, 201 on the inside. De Borst squeezes through. Despite dramas, Eric van der Munkhoff's engine replaced overnight by Van der Pas Racing Team after it let go in race 1, costing them a win. Haven't got the same performance in this spare engine. Eric van der Munkhoff losing positions, deciding then to go early into the pit lane rather than stay out late. Perhaps he's hoping teammate Henry Zumbrink will fare better in the second part of the race. Supersport Race 1 winner Costa Canaroglu started 6th on the grid, but was down to 9th on lap 2. And we saw that incident, and here's why. Ran wide out of Kumo, Ronald van Loon goes by, and Pierre-Etienne Bourdais in that Porsche. Further up the road, 4th place battle in Supersport 1. Luc van Loon taking over the familiar family BMW from Father Ronald, hounding Toynis van der Grift, who puts on the right-hand turn signal, moves right, then changes his mind, moves left, and that allows the BMW to lunge up the inside, and so too Costa Canaroglu in the Ginetta, but the door closes. The Seat wasn't expecting to be dive-bombed by the two of them, and look at Robert van den Berg in the 1 Series, through he goes, so he gets by Canaroglu. And the Seat lost a spot, now it's lost a second. Has Toynis van der Grift got a problem with that blue and white Seat Leon? He's dropped 2 spots. Rain now starting to arrive on the southern part of the circuit. That was forecast, but I was never quite sure whether it was going to turn up. And then hail arriving as well. On board with Costa Canaroglu, all over the back of Toynis van der Grift. Sport Class Clio staying out of the way of the Supersport cars. Slippery conditions, they're all on slick tyres, don't forget, so who's got the better traction? And can anybody stay out, or will they all have to come and change onto wets? I think the hail has answered the question. They are all going to have to come in. On board with Luc van Loon, heading into the pit lane. Oh, it's all getting a bit out of control in the BMW. And he clatters into the pit wall, damaging the right front corner. And that is the end of the race for him. A real shame, coming into the pit lane, trying to play it safe. The tyre change at Team Race Art Porsche made a big difference. The same is true in Supersport 1, where pretty much all the cars have 5 wheel nuts that have to be removed before the tyres can be changed. Whoever does this best will save obviously a lot of time. But what's even better is not coming in for wet weather tyres at all. So Dennis Hooverling and Robin Monster, the winners from the champions Dennis de Borst and Martin de Klein, Eric van der Munkhoff and Henry Zumbrink, that new duo, getting their first points finish, 3rd in race 2. 6th in race 2 and victorious in race 1, it's Super GT champion from 2016, Costa Canaroglu, who leads the standings. Priscilla Spellman, Danny Kroos in 2nd, Dennis Hooverling and Robin Monster in 3rd.